The alarm on my phone buzzes at 4:15 a.m., pulling me out of a surprisingly deep sleep in the narrow bunk of my sleeper cab. Somewhere off I-80 in Nebraska, the low hum of the truck stop's idling engine still vibrating through the thin mattress like a distant lullaby that never quite stops. I rub my eyes, stretch my back, always a little stiff after 10 hours behind the wheel yesterday, and swing my legs over the edge, feet hitting the cool floor mat as I mutter a quiet morning to nobody in particular. Just habit after all these years solo on the road. First thing is coffee. I fire up the little portable brewer I keep stocked with those strong, dark roast pods, the smell cutting through the faint diesel scent that never fully leaves the cab. And while it brews, I flick on the ELD app to log my pre-trip status, checking my remaining hours of service because nothing ruins a day faster than running out of drive time mid-haul. I step outside into the crisp pre-dawn chill, flashlight in hand, circling my rig like I've done thousands of times. Tires, lights, brakes, fifth wheel connection, straps on the flatbed load of lumber if that's what I'm pulling today, airlines, no leaks, everything tight and safe because one overlooked detail can end everything in a heartbeat out here. Satisfied, I climb back in, sip that hot black coffee that tastes like home, even though home is 1,000 miles away in Ohio, and fire up the big Cummins engine. It roars to life with that deep, familiar rumble that still gives me a small thrill every morning, like the truck is saying, "Let's go, partner." By 5 a.m. I'm rolling, headlights cutting through the dark as I merge onto the interstate, the dashboard, GPS already plotting the 450-mile push to Denver. Traffic light this early, but I know it'll thicken near the cities. The first couple hours are peaceful. Sunrise starts painting the horizon orange and pink over endless fields. Radio tuned low to classic country, or sometimes just the CB chatter from other drivers swapping road stories about weather up ahead or a wreck near mile marker 312. I keep one eye on the mirrors, the other on the road, hands steady at 10 and 2, because even with cruise control set at 68 to save fuel, you never fully relax. Four-wheelers darting in and out, tailgaters who don't understand 80,000 pounds, can't stop on a dime. Around 8 a.m., hunger hits, so I pull into a big Piloter Loves, the kind with rows of semis parked like sleeping giants, grab a quick shower, those $12 coin-operated ones are a godsend after a sweaty night, and stock up on a turkey sandwich, some fruit, and another coffee, avoiding the greasy fast food that used to be my staple but now just sits heavy. Back on the road, I eat while driving, careful not to drop crumbs that attract ants, and maybe call my wife for 10 minutes. She tells me about the kids' school day. I tell her I'm making good time and should hit the drop by evening, both of us pretending the distance doesn't ache as much as it does. Mid-morning brings the way station dance. Sometimes they wave you through, sometimes you pull in, hop out, hand over the papers, stand there while the inspector checks your log and load. A routine that's boring until it's not. By noon, I've probably covered 250 miles. The landscape shifting from flat plains to rolling hills. That's when the real grind sets in. Legs cramping a bit, back sore, so I plan my mandatory 30-minute break after 8 straight hours of driving. FMCSA rules keep us honest and alive. I find a rest area or truck stop, park in the back row away from the noise, set my timer, stretch my legs walking the perimeter, maybe chat with another driver about rates being trash lately or how fuel's still too high, then climb back in for a quick nap if needed, though usually I just sit and watch the world go by, thinking about nothing and everything. Afternoon traffic picks up. Construction zones that slow everything to a crawl, four-wheelers impatient and cutting close, the occasional idiot in a pickup who thinks of passing on the right shoulder is smart, and I stay patient because anger doesn't move freight. Around 3 or 4 p.m., I might hit a drop or pickup. Backing into a tight warehouse dock takes focus. Watching the spotter if there is one. feeling the trailer swing just right, then chaining down or tarping if it's open deck. Muscles burning, but satisfying work that reminds me I'm not just a steering wheel holder. If it's a live unload, I wait, sometimes hours, reading on my tablet, scrolling trucking forums, or catching up on a podcast about true crime or politics, anything to pass the time without dozing off and risking a violation. Once rolling again, the sun starts dipping, painting the sky gold and red over the Rockies or whatever range I'm crossing. And I push toward my daily limit, maybe 10 to 11 hours total driving, averaging 400 to 500 miles depending on stops and traffic. As evening falls, I start hunting a spot for the night. Truck stops fill up fast, so I use apps like Trucker Path to find one with parking, preferably with a restaurant or at least a decent microwave meal I can heat in the cab. I pull in around 7 or 8 p.m., secure the rig, do my post-trip inspection, log off duty, and finally shut down the engine. The sudden quiet is almost deafening after a day of road noise. Dinner is simple, maybe a frozen burrito or leftovers heated up, eaten at the little fold-out table while watching Netflix on my phone or calling home again, hearing the kids' voices and feeling that tug of missing bedtime stories. I shower, if the stop has one, brush my teeth, change into sweats, and crawl into the bunk by 9 or 10, setting the alarm for another early start, maybe texting my dispatcher, made it safe, ready for tomorrow's load. Lying there in the dark, the truck gently rocking from passing semis. I think about how this life isn't glamorous. No corner office, no weekends off. But it's honest work, keeping America moving, delivering the stuff people need, seeing more sunrises and horizons than most ever will. And despite the loneliness, the long hours, the ache for home, there's a freedom out here on these endless highways that I wouldn't trade for anything, because tomorrow the road waits again, calling me forward just like it always has.